welcome to Empower's Yoga Flow program. I'm your instructor, Sierra Madre, and I'm here to take you through a really juicy full body flow. So this is really simple, it's only about 20 minutes, and it is designed to help stretch and strengthen your entire body, the front, the back, the sides, the upper, the lower, all of it. So we're gonna begin. Let's stand at the top of our mat, feet hip distance apart. I want you to spread your fingers wide and face your palms forward. We're gonna close our eyes and just take 3 deep breaths together. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. I want you to close your mouth up as we're going to breathing only through your nose for the rest of the flow. Open your eyes, taking a deep breath in, reach your hands up overhead. Exhale, fold forward and bend your knees slightly so that your hands come all the way down to the ground. Inhale, start to straighten your legs and slide your hands up the shins until you feel your shoulder blades pinch back, keeping your heart broad, keeping your chest open. Now we're gonna bring our hands all the way down, and I want you to step into a plank-like position. Inhale here. Exhale, drop your knees to the mat and lower your chest, keeping your elbows bent 90 degrees. Now we're gonna come all the way onto our belly. On your next breath in, lift all the way up, still keeping your elbows slightly bent. Exhale, push back onto all fours. Bring your big toes together, take your knees a little wider, and sit into what we call child's pose. So you're gonna start to learn all the names of these poses as we go through it with repetition and with the design of the practice so that you'll feel really confident to have your own flow. In child's pose, I want you to rest your forehead all the way down to the ground and take 3 deep breaths again, in and out through the nose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Coming back up onto all fours. We're gonna curl our toes under and come into our very first downward dog. So the trick in your down dog is to not have your stance too short where your hands or feet are too close together like this. Instead, you wanna stay really long. And if your heels don't touch the ground, that's okay. Focus more on a flat back by bending your knees and lifting your sit bones up. So you can see this tilt in my torso. Trying to get my hips up and my chest down. Let's take another 3 breaths here. And letting any micro movements, intuitive movements sort of come to the body, walking out your heels, swaying your hips. Beautiful. Start to walk your feet up to the top of your mat, keeping your knees bent so your fingertips are still on the floor. I want you to inhale, halfway lift again. Exhale, fold forward, soften the legs. Inhale, reach all the way up, hands overhead, look to your thumb. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center in prayer. Let's do that again. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Lifting your chest all the way until you feel those shoulder blades pinch back. Take your hands back down to the ground and step into your plank. Lower your knees. Inhale high. Exhale, chaturanga. Keep your elbows bent 90 degrees. Then come all the way onto your belly. Point your toes. Lifting up, baby cobra pose. Exhaling back. Child's pose, knees wide, toes together, sitting all the way back to your heels. Take 3 breaths here again. That's 1. 2. 3. You'll notice how my body sort of pulses with my breath. We want to allow the body to move intuitively as we create space with our inhales and exhales. Let's come back up onto all fours, curl your toes under, and come back to downward dog. Good. This time on your down dog, I want you to take your feet a little wider than your hips and just let your hips sway side to side. Maybe bending one leg at a time. And really trying to reach your booty up to the sky, getting really long. And visualizing our lower back just decompressing. Good. We're going to walk our feet up to the top of our mat one last time. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze those shoulder blades back. Exhale, fold forward, keep your knees soft. Inhale, reach all the way up, look to your thumb. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Good, last round. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, pinch the shoulder blades backwards. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat, step into your plank. We're gonna lower our knees. Inhale high, exhale, lower your chest, bend your elbows 90 degrees. Come all the way onto your belly. Inhale, press up, cobra pose. Exhale, back to child's pose. Taking 3 breaths in child's pose, in through your nose. And out. In and out. In and all the way out. Let's come onto all fours again. We're going to do what we call a cat-cow. So when you drop your belly low, look up to the ceiling. This is our cow posture. Take a big breath in. And then exhale the cat, rounding forward, trying to bring your forehead to the pubic bone. Inhale, arch up. Exhale, round. And try to close your eyes, taking 3 more breaths to sort of go inward, really connecting with your spine. Connecting deeper with your breath. Good. Let's curl our toes under, coming back to that downward dog. I want you to take your right foot and step it forward to replace your right hand. Taking that right arm straight up to the ceiling, finding a little twist. Let your hips get a little lower. Make sure your back leg is fully strong, fully engaged. We're gonna wave the arm. 3 big waves. 1, 2, and 3. Take that right hand down to the inside of your foot. Step back to your downward dog. Taking our left leg up to replace our left hand. Inhale your left arm up for a twist. And again, wave the arm. 1, 2, and 3. Extending the left hand all the way over and back down to the ground. Step into your downward dog. Good. This time in our down dog, I want you to take your feet closer to one another so your big toes are touching, and just pulse the knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, soften your legs. Inhaling all the way up to stand. And this time we're going to interlace our hands behind the back. So you want to make sure that your fingers are fully interlaced, squeezing the shoulders back. And you'll notice that your chest and your rib cage kind of want to do this. They want to flare out. So it's your job to pinch your hips and ribs together and compress the rib cage in so that we're making as much space as possible across the chest and the pec region. So interlace your hands behind, squeeze the shoulders back, pull the rib cage in, and just stand tall. So push into your feet, reach your fist downward, and then tilt your chin up to the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, try to keep the weight more in your heels so that you're really using your core to stand up tall. 2, and 1. Inhale, extend your hands overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Good, so here we're going to focus on releasing the neck. I want you to take your palms, keeping your knees bent as much as you need to so that you're not really rounding your spine, but instead you have a flatter back with more bent legs. Take your hands to your head and just start to spin, gently guiding the head down to the ground. Let's take 3 breaths together here. Try to close your eyes, relax the neck, and just use the pressure of your hands to be the grip that pulls your head downward. Not at yes, not at no. Beautiful. Let's take our hands down to the mat again, stepping into your plank. We're going to lower down to our belly. You can do this from your toes or from your knees for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming flat on your stomach. I want you to point your toes, bringing your hands in really close. So you should feel the outer edge of your thumb kind of hugging the rib cage. Squeeze the elbows together and then inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. When you inhale, let your head be the last thing to lift. And when you exhale, let your head be the last thing to come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down, making sure your glutes are active, squeezing your butt. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Pushing up onto all fours. I want you to take your right leg and step it in between your hands, letting yourself come more into a twist. So we want to make sure that our left hand is right beside our right foot, and then using your right hand here to help guide the knee to the shoulder. So we're creating this twist across the body and making sure your hips aren't all the way back here, but letting them drop to the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your legs where they are and just start to walk your hands back. So we're kind of gauging our flexibility today. That means you have to lean to one side so that the leg comes straight, but we're aiming to have both our hands on either side of the leg and being able to point and flex the toe with as flat of a back as possible. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Swing your feet together. And let's just switch over to the other side, taking your left leg forward. Make sure your stance is long enough, so we don't want our knees both at 90 degrees, but feeling that lunge-like shape. Right hand comes right beside the left foot. You're using your free hand there to help guide the knee to your shoulder and dropping your hips down. Staying here for 3 more. 2. And 1. Good. So let's start to straighten our leg, walking your hands back. Remember, our goal is to have our hand on either side of your leg, but maybe it's just your right hand and maybe you're all the way out to the side here. That's okay. Just know that you're aiming for your chest to be squared with your lower body. And let's just point and flex our toe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swing your feet together and sit back on your heels. Great, so now that we've worked out our entire body, giving it a nice gentle stretch, we're gonna come and sit down and start to come to the cool down part of the flow. So with our feet together and our knees wide, we're gonna be sitting in what we call Baddha Konasana, also butterfly pose, because your legs look like butterflies. And just flap your legs, just like a butterfly. And then turn to your right leg. Notice how one hand is in front and one hand is in the back equally, and start to bring your nose towards that knee. 5, 4, keep breathing and holding. This is a really good stretch for your QL, which is those muscles on the side of your lower back, supporting the spine, supporting your lumbar spine. Okay, let's come back to center, and we're just gonna swivel, pivot to the other side, and bow your nose down to the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up, bring your feet onto the mat, hip distance apart, hands behind you, fingertips facing your bum. You want to roll your shoulders down and back and press into your hands. We're going to lift our hips up. We call this reverse tabletop. And this pose is so good for not only stretching your shoulders in the front of your body, but strengthening your hips, your back, so that everything is supported and balanced. Let's hold for 3 more breaths, in and out, in and out, in and out. Sitting back down on your mat. Come to a little seated position. We're not going to finish our practice in Shavasana since I know you guys are busy and this is a very short flow just to get you in the groove. So let's finish our class with some mindfulness practices, just closing your eyes, connecting with your breath. We're going to practice gratitude, giving thanks to everything big and small in our lives, sending love to each person, no matter how big or small they may be, letting yourself radiate from a heart-centered space from now throughout the rest of your day, the rest of your week. And let's just take 3 breaths together to let that energy solidify within your body. Breathing love in and breathing love out. Breathing peace in and breathing peace out. Breathing gratitude in and breathing gratitude out. Bring your hands to prayer and open your eyes. Thank you, and thank yourself so much for practicing today. I hope you have a beautiful day. And remember to stay empowered because you are so powerful. I love you so much. Have a great day.